What the hell's going on? Someone's just pulled up, man, and popping around like a madman.
Something's walking around my tent right now.
Quite frankly, Yeti, you're kind of freaking me out tonight.
Yo, what the?
Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying, but what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This is Daryl, a beloved YouTuber behind the channel Man Dog Wild. Daryl is known for his captivating outdoor adventures and immersive camping vlogs. He has a knack for seeking out the most breathtaking, remote, and tranquil locations. With his camera in hand, he brings his audience along, sharing the beauty and serenity of nature. This time, he's set to embark on another camping journey. But luckily, he's not venturing into the wilderness alone. He's always accompanied by his loyal dog, Yeti. It's October 23rd, 2024, a sunny winter day. Daryl and Yeti are embarking on another peaceful exploration, or at least that's how it seems at first.
Out here for another overnight in this beautiful little woodland. I've got my shorts on today because under these trees, I don't need no suntan lotion. Fixing to set up a poncho shelter out here this evening. So it's just a case of finding that area that's good enough, flat enough. We're kind of in a traffic jam right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Are we going, Yeti? Forward? Yeah. Okay. I'll go. So, yeah. Just a case of finding that that good area with a spot where I can tie the poncho to.
The day began like any other. Daryl strolled through the woodland with Yeti by his side, both of them searching for the perfect spot to set up camp.
So this is a half-decent spot right here. We can tie off to this tree. Poncho shelter down here, nice and flat. Not too much brush or nothing, so this will be.
After a 15-minute walk, it seemed they had found the perfect spot for the night. A patch of flat grass surrounded by trees, ideal for Daryl to tie up his hammock. But just as he began to settle in, something unsettling caught his attention.
She's not liking something in that direction over there. That was the way we went through there earlier, and she didn't want to go in front, so she stopped. And now we're back here. This is where we're going to be setting up. She's kind of just staring in that direction. It's strange.
Yeti's behavior was strange, almost as if she could sense or see something that Daryl couldn't. Her unease set the stage for what would become a chilling and unforgettable night. Daryl brushed off his unease, convincing himself it was probably nothing. He focused on setting up camp, brewing coffee, and soaking in the peaceful surroundings. As he ventured out for another walk through the forest, trying to play with Yeti, something strange happened once again.
What's this? Get the stick. Get the stick. Oh, you're not interested today. You're not interested? Okay. Normally, she'd be all over there. I don't know what's up with her today. She got told off this morning by a farmer. I don't see much to be shouting about, huh? Why ain't you going in front? You're always in front. Strange. She's always darting off ahead, but today she doesn't want to.
Yeti's behavior was unusual once again. She kept fixating on the same spot she had been hesitant to approach earlier in their exploration. Daryl seemed to brush it off and headed back to his campsite. He spent the evening just relaxing, unaware of what awaited them as night began to fall.
What is it? Jesus. What's going on? What's going on, Yeti?
Even as night fell, Yeti continued to act strangely, as if sensing they were not alone. It was then that Daryl began to feel unsettled. He knew something wasn't right.
So all of a sudden, she just sat up, looked at the other side of the shelter, started growling, and then moved over that way. And that's when I followed her. Quite frankly, Yeti, you're kind of freaking me out tonight. Okay? You're kind of freaking me out. Huh. What's going on? What's going on? You're all over the place, huh? Kind of gather that she's not too fond of this place, huh? You're not too fond. I don't know why. I find it quite nice. Constantly looking in that direction where we come in. Whoa. Yes. So we both heard something then. No. So we both heard something. She's freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Now I'm getting as paranoid as she is. Okay?
They heard rustling in the bushes, a sound that made it clear they weren't truly alone. Daryl, someone who doesn't back down easily, admitted to feeling paranoid. To avoid spiraling into fear, he decided to head to bed early, hoping the night would remain peaceful.
So, it sound good, Yeti? No more messing around tonight. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning.
As he lay in his tent, on the verge of drifting off, he was jolted awake by Yeti. Loud barking and even growling broke the silence of the night. Could she have sensed something? Daryl lay inside his tent, straining to hear any sounds, but all he could make out was Yeti growling and barking. As the minutes passed, exhaustion took over and he fell asleep. Fortunately, he slept through the entire night until the sun rose again. As dawn broke, Daryl said he had the feeling of being watched all night. Yeti, too, had remained restless, unable to relax. And the reason for their unease became horrifyingly clear the next morning.
Another overnight completed in this beautiful little woodland, although a long night. What was Yeti and that's not my track. And that wasn't there yesterday. So this is my track. This is not my track. See the different treads. Is there better ones? Look at this. See, that's not my tread. And that's fresh. That wasn't there yesterday, because I always look for tracks on the way in to see who's been around. No one's been around. So that wasn't there yesterday.
Fresh footprints, leading right up to his campsite. No doubt about it. Someone had been there. Someone had been watching them all night long. At that moment, everything clicked. Yeti's strange behavior, the tension in the air, and Daryl's gut feeling of being watched. It all made sense. They were lucky to have made it through the night unscathed. But the chilling questions remain. Who was out there? What were their intentions? Was Yeti barking and growling at that mysterious figure in the dark? The answers may never come, leaving this unsettling encounter shrouded in mystery forever. This video serves as a stark reminder to always trust your animal's instincts. They sense more than we do and are almost always right in these kinds of situations. Trusting your instincts is crucial, and that's exactly what Adam does in the next video. Let's see what happens. This is Adam. You might know him from his YouTube channel, Wandering Where. It's a place where he shares his car camping adventures across the UK, exploring hidden gems, creepy hiking trails, and the joy of solitude in nature. Thousands of viewers follow his journeys, captivated by his way of documenting the beauty and unpredictability of the great outdoors. But one night, Adam would find out just how unpredictable things could really get. It's November 7th, 2022, on a rainy day, between the hills of the UK. Adam was getting ready for another solo camping trip. Just him, his car, and the quiet countryside.
Easy now, welcome to the channel if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. Check out where I am this morning, the one and only Roaches in the Peak District. If I'm perfectly honest, I've been stuck in Leicester for about 3 weeks and it's been driving me nuts. So yesterday I decided to load the crib up, and at 11:30 last night I left the smog of Leicester City, arrived here at 1:30 in the morning, and then today I've woken up to this beautiful spot in the countryside in the Peak District.
He began his day with a sense of purpose, searching for the ideal spot to park his car. After a short drive, he discovered a perfect spot near a quaint little village and surrounded by rolling hills.
There's a little lake here, it looks quite nice. There's a house though. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? You're a little bit out of the way. I've got a sneaky feeling you might get a van up here later as well. Fair, not a bad view, and a little lake. There's no way I'm getting out at the minute. Oh, I guess I could. Oh, the rain's slowing. Oh wow, tell you what, this is not a bad little spot, is it? Look at that. Uh oh, it's coming again. I mean, you are pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's a little village with about 10 houses up there, and there's one house here and whatever, but I'll tell you what we'll do, because I was going to drive somewhere else to get to this Teg's Nose. It looks like we can get to it from here. I'm not sure how far it is. I'm going to check the trail apps and see if it's feasible and doable from here.
Adam parked his car near a big yellow van. Remember this van? It will play an important role later in the story. Adam stepped out and stretched. He decided to embark on a serene 2-hour walk to immerse himself in the beauty of nature, not knowing that this seemingly beautiful day would spiral into something disturbing.
I've got to say, pretty tidy little trail. Boom time, check out the views. Wicked behind me. I mean, it's a bit misty and cloudy, but it's nice, isn't it? All the way down in the valley and stuff. And if you look where those houses are, that's the spot where I want to stay for the night. It's just a shame about this car park, if I'm honest. The views are nice, this is great. Wicked little trails, no one around as well, love it to bits. Looks like we got some normal trail, but I think Teg's Nose is up yonder. So yeah, a little bit of a bumble fluff trail up.
As Adam returned from his walk and arrived at the spot where he had parked his car, the first strange occurrences began to unfold. Events that made him question if he's truly alone out here.
Oh, no way, just getting back to the crib, but check it out, that van's still here. Makes me wonder if they're overnight in here, you know. You're going to get some busybody come down though, for sure. One of them wardens.
The yellow van was still parked in the same spot, and it made Adam feel uneasy. He had expected the large van to be gone by the time he returned from his 2-hour walk. It was obvious that whoever it belonged to was here to stay for the night, but it wasn't setting the stage for a chilling night. Adam brushed off the uneasy feeling and focused on settling in. He sat in his van, made it cozy, and began preparing some dinner. Yet, deep in his mind, a nagging sense of dread lingered, one that was quickly confirmed.
Just heard someone knock on me car. Oh, it must be the rain. Well weird. Some dude pulled up a while ago. I'm sure he went to walk his dog, but he was eyeing me up loads. Obviously a local, do you know what I mean? But there's still that van over the way. He's still parked there. He's definitely here all night, but that's the thing with places like this. The locals are like, they'll report it and someone will come down at 6 in the morning to give you a ticket or something, you know what I mean? They're all proper busybodies, eh? But, yeah, a bit random, that. Anyway, yeah, pasta's nearly cooked.
Adam was sure he heard 2 loud knocks on his van door. Peeking outside, he caught sight of a man and his dog walking away. The sight left him uneasy, but Adam reminded himself that he wasn't technically allowed to stay there overnight. Still, he never expected anyone to report him or confront him directly. Brushing off his nerves, he decided to focus on his dinner. Afterward, the evening passed without much trouble. As the night deepened, Adam began preparing for bed. He climbed into bed, hoping for a peaceful night. Little did he know, peace was not what the night had in store.
What the fucking hell's going on? Someone's just pulled up, man, and popping around like a madman. What the fuck?
Adam woke up in a panic, jolted by the sound of someone rattling the door handles of his van. Peering out of the window, his blood ran cold. Another car had appeared nearby, its headlights glaring directly at his van. Inside, he could make out 2 shadowy figures sitting in the vehicle. The motives of these strangers were unclear, and Adam's mind raced as he tried to think of a solution.
Right, this is well dodgy. Someone's just pulled up right next to me, popping around like a madman. That van's over the way. Don't know what to do, to be honest. Oh man, I'll keep the light low, but damn, that's made me stop shaking a little bit. They're still sat there as well. I don't know what to do. Ah man, it's 10 o'clock at night. Aye. I guess I'm thinking I'm going to risk it and leave, but I'm only up the road if I go to that other spot, literally like 500 metres. There's another van here, eh? What's stopping them coming up there and bothering me there? Probably just some kids come up for a smoke, but you don't know, do you? It's probably what they do here because of the no overnight stein. Probably just kids or something, innit? I'm going to take a look, frig it. Stick me light on them. What the fuck? Oh, looks like they've gone then. Well, that's random. I don't know what to do here now. Why would they come steamboating down here? They just steamed in, man. They just steamed in and pulled up like right behind me. I opened my door and then they pulled up right next to me. And then they were popping the horn. I thought they were still sat there. Just wondering if they're coming back up or something. Ah, this is dodgy now. I guess I got that van there, but it's not too much of a bother, is it?
As Adam considered making his presence known, he stepped outside, and to his astonishment, the car had vanished. No headlights, no shadows, no trace. The eerie disappearance left him deeply unsettled.
Well, that settles it. I'm not leaving here now. I've moved and parked up next to this van. Just security, really. I'm going to put the curtains up, I think. Not fully, but just get something covered up. Maybe get my head down for the night. Get up early, get out of here. Bit of a dodgy one, that. Calm down a bit now. I think it's just local kids or something, you know what I mean? Or maybe locals. They're just trying to scare people off from staying here. But yeah, hopefully no more bother. And I'll see you in the morning.
Retreating into his van, Adam locked the doors and prayed that whoever had been out there was truly gone. But this was only the beginning.
No way. Here we go again. Another car. Oh man. Yeah. Looks like this is gonna go on all night. Right. I'm gonna make a move. Damn it. Could be the same car. Who knows? Oh man. Right. I'm gonna set up to leave. Dodging on. Looks like they're reversing back up the driveway. Something's going on here. I'm getting out of here. This is getting a bit sketchy. Don't like this.
Moments later, the same car returned. Its headlights pierced through the darkness, once again pointed directly at Adam's van. Were the people inside watching him? He couldn't be sure, and he didn't want to find out. Fear outweighed curiosity, and Adam decided it was time to leave, opting for safety over confrontation.
You know what, I don't know what's going on down here, but it all seems a bit dodgy, and I'm not playing ball. It's an half an hour drive to the Roaches. It's 11:30 now. I get there at midnight. I feel secure down there, so yeah, frig it. You gotta trust your gut, ain't you? I think it's a bit close to Macclesfield. I don't know, or it's locals. But yeah, I'm gonna get down the Roaches.
Adam started his van and drove off in search of a safer, more welcoming place. After a nerve-wracking half-hour drive, Adam found another spot to park, hoping it would provide the peace he desperately needed.
But tired and a bit stressed out, so I think I'm just gonna get straight to bed. I'm not gonna mess about, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Let's see what the chaos is going on in the back.
Exhausted and still shaken by the events of the night, he locked up his van and went straight to bed. Luckily for him, the rest of his night passed without disturbance. Dawn broke. Adam woke up and logged in to share his experience with his viewers.
Oh man, the morning after the night before. I say morning, it's afternoon already. It's about 1:30. I think I slept for about 11 hours. What the hell went down there last night? That was unreal. Look, if you're a regular to the series, you'll know I've done hundreds of car camping trips over the past 18 months. We've had a couple of dodgy nights. Someone pulled up in Rutland one time, just sat there with his beam on, staring at me, freaked me out, buggered off, and I stayed there for the rest of the night. I've had people roll up on me time and time again. They come in the car park looking sketchy, park up, stay there the night, or drive off. It's nothing too dodgy. But that last night, that freaked me right out.
Still haunted by the memory, he admitted he had never encountered anything like it before. While he had faced a few strange situations in the past, this night was different. Its sinister undertones lingered in his mind. Luckily, Adam made it out safely. But as he recounted the chilling events, one question remained unanswered. What were those people really doing out there? Perhaps it's a mystery, better left unsolved. Did you find this unsettling already? Then brace yourself for what you are about to see next. What if someone was wandering right next to your campsite while you were asleep? This is Dan, an admired YouTuber behind the channel Cursed Urban, renowned for his outdoor camping adventures. Always searching for dense, lush, and expansive forests for his camping vlogs. With the camera on him, he invites the audience to join him, capturing and sharing the excitement of his adventures. This time, he is preparing to embark on yet another camping expedition. However, this time, he's venturing out alone into a forest notorious for its chilling secrets. It's November 30th, 2024, a bitterly cold night. Dan is taking on another adventure, but what he doesn't realize is that this adventure will be far from ordinary.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cursed Urban. I'm your host, Dan, and we are out here today on another camping adventure. I got out here pretty early. As you can hear, there's still people around, kids playing hide and seek, other campers, I think actually just packing up and leaving. Very spirited day.
The day starts off just like any other. Dan has already discovered the ideal spot to set up camp for the night, deep in the heart of the forest. Once the camp was set up, complete with a grill and bonfire, he went for a hike to explore the dense, bushy forest. This mysterious forest, better known as the Forest of Madness or the Wendigo Forest, is known for the sightings of the Wendigo, a scary creature from Algonquin stories. It looks like a thin, bony human with glowing eyes and sometimes antlers. The Wendigo is linked to hunger, cannibalism, and cold forests, showing how greed can make someone lose their humanity. But that's not all. There are also rumors of spirits haunting these woods. Not really a place where you want to be alone at night, But for Dan, it's exactly his cup of tea. So with his spirit talker in hand, he ventures out, curious to uncover the truth about this mysterious forest.
I don't know where exactly it is though, that's the only problem. So I'm gonna try and find a location on that. And if I can, then we're gonna go out there this evening. No matter how far it is, but I don't know if I can find it. Did you guys hear that? That was a whistle. For sure coming from the trees. Very clear.
As Dan walks through the bushes, a loud whistle echoes from right behind him, as if someone is whistling at him. Confused, he turns around, but sees nothing, setting the stage for a chilling night.
I mean, there is a chance that there could be some guys like mountain biking back there, or, you know, some people still like walking. So it could just be them. That was really weird. That was a pretty loud whistle too. And we've been getting all those weird answers on Spirit Talker. I don't know, dude. I don't have a good feeling about this area.
As Dan tries to brush it off, searching for a logical explanation, he tells his viewers that something feels off. A sense of unease begins to creep in, but despite this, he decides to venture further, heading towards another part of the forest. The Spirit Talker leads Dan to a pond, rumored to be the site of a girl's murder, with whispers that her soul still haunts this part of the forest. Not exactly the most comforting destination, you might think. But Dan walks toward it with his head held high, unaware of what awaits him.
Oh yeah, we're by the pond right here. And Spirit Talker did tell us that there is something by the water. I'm trying to hold this light. There we go. Oh, dude. I just heard somebody walking. And when I shine a light over that way, it stopped. Hello? It sounded like footprints or footsteps. I'm sure you guys can hear it in the video. What the Dude, that was weird. Hello? That's one of the things about this forest, like I said. People report hearing like footsteps behind them and somebody following them, and they turn around, nobody's there. That's a very common occurrence here.
Footsteps echo through the bushes right next to Dan, but when he shines his flashlight into the darkness, no one can be seen. Could it be the girl that rumors say haunts this area? Or could there be people out there watching him from the forest? Trying to brush off the growing unease, he heads back to his campsite to start a fire, hoping for a peaceful evening. Upon reaching the campsite, he pitched the tent, gathered firewood for a campfire, and took all the necessary precautions for the night ahead. It appeared to be a quiet, serene night, but that tranquility was about to be broken.
What the? Dude, what was that?
Trespassing, I will hear.
Trespassing, I will hear. Yo, dude, that... No way. No. Holy dude, what the? Dude, what yo, what are the chances of that? That was loud. That was stupid loud. And then as soon as that happened, I will hear, or trespassing, and then I will hear right away.
A loud snapping sound echoes near his campsite, causing Dan to jump up in shock. He looks around, trying to pinpoint the source, but once again, it's impossible to find. Just as he sits down, trying to calm himself, something terrifying happens again.
Snow covered.
Guys, that was that exact same whistle that we heard.
Ominous warnings.
Ominous warnings. That was that exact same whistle that we heard earlier.
Once again, a whistle pierces the silence. Dan describes it as the same whistle he heard earlier. Could it be the same person wandering around his campsite? After sitting at the campsite and hearing nothing else unsettling, Dan decides to retreat to the safety of his tent and bed, hoping for a quiet night.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Warm sleeping bag. This is too good.
As Dan signs off with his viewers and drifts into sleep, something suddenly happens that jolts him awake.
Yo, what the? Yo, what the is? So I woke up. It sounded like something was hitting the top of my tent. Lantern won't work. Come on, you piece of shit. Come on. Yeah, the lantern's screwed. So it sounded like something was hitting the top of my tent. I'm sure you guys heard it. It was loud enough to wake me up. I know I was out. But my alarm didn't go off, so I haven't been out that long. Something's walking around my tent right now. Oh. What is that?
Something hits the top of his tent, not just once, but several times, jolting Dan awake. Confused and disoriented, he quickly dives for his camera to check if it's still recording, and at that moment, footsteps echo from outside the tent. Dan freezes in fear, but he knows he needs to act. Summoning his courage, he unzipped the tent door, and that's when he sees it. Someone is wandering around his campsite.
What the was that? Holy
Dan is in shock, unsure of who is out there or what their intentions might be. Summoning his courage, he decides to step out of his tent, ready to confront whoever is lurking outside.
Okay. I woke up and it sounded like something was being thrown at the top of my tent. Maybe these pieces of wood, these sticks right here. Yeah, it sounded like something hit in my tent. That was loud enough to wake me up. And then it sounded like something was definitely walking around. We definitely heard those footsteps for sure.
Dan stands outside his tent, searching for a logical explanation. Maybe the sticks had fallen from the trees, but the footsteps? Where could those have come from? Deciding to retreat back into his tent, he listens carefully to see if the sounds return. And luckily, they don't. But for Dan, it was already enough.
Alright guys, I'm packing up right now. Just getting a few last shots of the area for the video. It's late. It's late. I didn't hear anything else. Sat around for a bit. And yeah, nothing. Didn't hear anything. Nothing came back to the site. Yeah, it's kind of whatever.
He decides to pack up and head home, not wanting to risk encountering someone with bad intentions. And who could blame him? Fortunately, Dan made it out safely, but whoever was wandering around his campsite and their reasons remain a mystery. Luckily, Dan made it out safely, but the same can't be said for everyone. Let's move on to the next video to see what I'm talking about. Dark forests, abandoned caves, and even forgotten tunnels. His close friend Andrew, better known as Andy, is by his side for this journey. It was July 27th, 2020, when Wes and Andy set out for another exploration. Staged or not, sometimes you'd better hope it is, because finding out later that someone had been watching you the whole time is the kind of thing that haunts your mind for a long time. This is Flex, an adored YouTuber behind the channel, The Flex Tapes, known for his outdoor escapades, always seeking out remote, peaceful spots for his camping vlogs. Armed with his camera, he invites his audience to join him, capturing and sharing the thrilling adventures. This time, he's set to embark on another camping journey. Fortunately, he's not exploring the wilderness on his own. He's joined by his friend, Dan. It's November 15th, 2022, a freezing winter night. Flex and Dan are taking on another adventure. But little do they know that this one is going to be anything but ordinary.
And welcome back to another video. Tonight we are back in Epping Forest. You remember the last video where we camped out in Epping Forest? This time we're back and we are in a different area this time. We're in a place called Hangman's Hill, and the old legend is that whenever a car is on the hill and you leave it in neutral, the car will roll up the hill. Crazy.
The night starts like any other. Flex strolled through the hilly area, along with Dan by his side, both of them searching for the perfect spot to see if those legends of the hill were true. As Flex said, this mysterious hill, better known as the Hangman Hill, is known for its strange history. It seems that when the car was in neutral on the hill, instead of rolling backward, it moved upward. So they choose to check it for themselves.
You're going to put it in neutral. Put it in neutral now. That's neutral.
Right, we're in neutral.
Right, ready?
I'm ready.
Foot off the brake.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Let's watch him go up the hill.
Foot off.
Look at that, he's rolling up the hill.
Oh wow, this is dangerous. This is scary. Yep. Yeah, we're moving now. Yeah, it's going very fast. It's going very fast. It's going very fast. Ah!
Right, okay.
Still in neutral.
Can't be bothered riding the car off. Right, you ready? Right, get out. Let's go and find somewhere to camp.
Of course, the old legend didn't work for them, so they joked around, pretending it did, while positioning the car downhill to make it seem like it worked. After joking around, they decided to stop and ventured further into the woods. As they looked for the ideal place to set up camp for the night, they stumbled upon a graveyard, nestled near an abandoned church. They step out, and that's when it happened.
We can have a fire because we're not on the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the forest.
That noise?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
That wasn't a normal fox noise.
Could have been.
It could have been, but it didn't sound like a normal fox.
An unsettling noise echoed through the trees. It seemed like the boys couldn't quite pinpoint where the sound was coming from or what was causing it. However, they brushed off the feeling, grabbed their stuff, and ventured into the woods, not knowing what awaits them. As they arrived at their camping spot, they set up their tent, built a campfire, and prepared their dinner. It seemed like a quiet, calm night, but that peace will soon be shattered.
It makes it all worthwhile. All the hard work that went into it.
What's that?
While Dan and Flex were quietly enjoying their meal, something slammed against the tent. Both froze in shock, looking at each other as they tried to process what could have caused the noise. Footsteps could be heard wandering outside their tent. They sat in silence, waiting and trying to determine if it was just an animal or something far more sinister. After sitting in silence for over 5 minutes, they decided to peek outside to see what was out there.
The CCTV camera might have seen that.
No one could be seen, leaving them questioning. Was it just their imagination, or had there truly been someone out there?
So I wanted to see if we capture any animals that wasn't smashed the side of the tent.
Yeah.
Because
Did you hear footsteps?
thought, hold on, it could be like a branch falling off the tree, right?
Mm.
But the way it smacked the side of the tent, but then the footsteps, but then it could have been an animal. I'll have to check that CCTV footage.
Mm. How soon can you check it?
Tomorrow morning when we get back to the hotel.
Well, whatever it is, I think it's gone.
No, I reckon we turn the lights out.
Yeah.
And just sit in silence for a bit in the dark. Leave the fire on.
Yeah.
The fire's on like quite low.
They tried to push it aside. It was probably nothing, maybe an animal, or even some lost hiker. But deep down, the unease lingered, and their gut feeling was right.
What was that? Branch was jumping.
just in case you didn't hear anything, there's a lot of footsteps and a twig just snapped down there. We've not heard anything like that all night. It's been very nice, very quiet. Lights out, I think.
Flex and Dan, now on edge, decided to turn off the lights, stay silent, and just listen, hoping that whatever was out there would eventually leave. And eventually, it did. Several minutes later, Flex and Dan picked up their camera again and acted as if nothing had happened.
Right, so I finally got my wish. The one time we've been camping in like the past 12 months, it's never rained. It's raining now, and we're in a good tent. I'm glad we weren't in them bad tents.
I like good tents, don't like bad tents.
No, well, imagine if it rained on the roundabout.
Well, that would have been a bad tent idea.
Well, yeah, we might have died, but yeah.
The boys decided to stay and made it through the night without any further disturbances. Yet the question lingered. Who or what had been out there with them that night? Was it just an animal or something far more sinister? The answer remains a mystery. Did you find these 5 encounters unsettling already? Then brace yourself, as you're about to see what 4 friends captured on camera while camping in the woods. It was a typical August evening in Strongsville, Ohio, or so it seemed. For Sam and his friends, Tom, Tyler, and Brandon, this night would be anything but ordinary. Their mission? To capture the impossible. Paranormal orbs. Strange, glowing spheres rumored to haunt certain places. Armed with cameras, they ventured deep into the woods, where the air turned colder and an eerie sense of unease crept in. Tyler mentioned sensing something unusual, and that's when they capture something horrifying. While reviewing their footage, they noticed something chilling. Among the trees, a figure can be seen, a creature. As you look closer, you can see it. A twisted, inhuman hand, and a pale, white, unnatural face. This wasn't a human, and it seemed like the creature was watching them. Panic gripped them. What began as an adventure turned into sheer terror. Without hesitation, they packed their gear and fled, desperate to escape the woods and its dark secret. What do you think it was? A ghost? A cryptid? Or something else entirely? The truth remains unknown, but one thing is certain. Whatever it was, it's still out there. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.